Hey everybody, welcome to the Two Dum Yinzers show. Two Dum Yinzers show. This is episode 67, everybody. Welcome.
67.
Good morning, Michael. How are you today?
Oh, I'm exhausted, but I'm good. I woke up 2 minutes ago. Let's do this podcast, bro. That's how we do things over here.
Yeah, I started to actually form my sleep to coincide with the show because there for a while I was just on that ass backwards schedule.
Yeah.
And I was up till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I would like lay down for a couple hours and get back up. It just does this whole thing to you.
Oh, tell me about it. Having to be at work at like 1 o'clock, 2 in the morning. It sucks. Then I get home by like 9 o'clock and like my day is like done. But I still got the kid, still have the show. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm like all full of energy when I get home. I do a couple things on the computer. Then I sit down to relax before we record. Next thing I know, I get a text from you. You awake? Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little
rough.
nervous. I get a little nervous when I get on to do the show and I don't see you on there yet. It's
you should be nervous that you don't see this beautiful smiling face.
4 minutes before we go on the air, no sign of mic, no link, no anything.
No. Hey, when you need the tech guy to record and he's sleeping, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have like backup host ready to go.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get one of them dog zappers, one of them dog callers that zap you. And I'm just gonna zap you. I mean, even if you're ready, I'm just gonna zap you.
That's my fetish. I have it down by my junk. Ooh, yeah.
I was just watching a video, Mike.
It's suspicious that we're talking about you zapping my junk, and then you go, "Oh, I was watching a video."
Oh, it's about your junk. No, This video was it was about a half dozen to 10 women, like grown women, and they were at this restaurant eating. And they were in this back booth, and it was one of these booths to kind of angle, like a corner booth.
Yeah.
You would slide into.
Uh-huh.
Well, it doesn't show the beginning of the video, but there was this woman who apparently now back in the corner there's a space because it's a curve, so there's going to be that space in the corner. And the video starts out, all you see is these two legs sticking up from back there. What happened was she put her sweater on the back of the booth. And at some point while they were there, like I said, this is a restaurant and they're talking and eating or whatnot. Well, the sweater had fallen down behind that in that space. So this lady, she goes in head first to try to get her sweater out, and she gets stuck. So the video, when it starts out, is these two legs, these two guys that work there. They got their Olive Garden or whatever it is gear on. One guy has one leg, the other guy has the other leg, and they're pulling. And you just see all the women that were there in their party just laughing hysterically. They all have their phones up and they're videoing it. And Mike, and this video goes on, and I want to send it over to you when the show's over. The video just goes on, and they're just pulling, and they can't get her out. And then you're like kind of watching her mid-drift here to see like what kind of progress they're making.
Yeah.
So it looks like, they're getting her out. And then all of a sudden, like, all that space like goes back. So she must go back. Dude, it was fucking hysterical. I'm crying. I'm literally laughing watching this. And like I said, it just went on and on. And the longer it went on, the louder and the more obnoxious these girls were that was laughing. And
hit the wrong button there.
And like I said, they're videoing, and now like all the people at the other tables, they're all videoing and they're all laughing. And at that point, you can't help but sit there, to watch the whole video to see how this plays out. And sure enough, they finally pop this lady right out of there, and she's laughing her ass off. It seemed like a good time, man.
I'm just glad her stepbro wasn't around, because that video would have taken a completely different turn.
That was my first instinct. I thought, man, I've seen porn started out.
Yeah, I know. Like, help me, stepbro, I'm stuck. And that's usually how that video starts. I'm glad to see it didn't go that way for a change. We're progressing as a society.
Yes.
And normally, like when there's a group of women in that back booth, you got to be careful, because they can be Karens, and you never know what's going to happen back there. But it's nice to see,
They
You
were
know,
all
they're
potential
cool. They're
Karens. They all fit that demographic.
oh, they
They
had
were
that Karen look.
middle-aged,
Oh, yeah.
blonde women, just
They had the Karen
cackling and having
haircut.
a good,
Yeah.
yeah, just having a good time. So it was pretty fun to see one of them get stuck in a hole, man. Like I saad,
That's the
I'll
best.
find it when we get off the air and send the link over to you. You're gonna shit, man.
Like, what do you,
A lot of things it takes me, to sit there and watch the whole thing and even laugh.
yeah.
That's pretty rare to find a video that keeps you to keep your attention the whole entire time and actually has you laughing.
Well, that's why I'm glad, we record from, an hour show where everyone laughs from beginning to end.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's just like Mike has his head stuck in a hole the whole entire time. And it's like me and Ryan Dummy are pulling his legs out the whole entire time. That's what our show is like.
Yes. But like when he said like you saw legs on the table, I thought maybe it was like she had like fake legs and she set them on the table. Like that would have been cool to see.
Oh
You just
yeah, like
popped
taking
her
her
legs
fake
off.
legs off
Yeah.
and just
Uh-huh.
kind of and then started doing the Johnny Depp thing with the like he did with the breadsticks, but with the legs.
Robert Downey Jr. Wasn't that him in that movie?
Which movie?
I can't remember.
I'm thinking of Benny and June. Benny and June.
Oh,
when
okay.
Johnny Depp gets those two breadsticks and he's walking across the bar.
Oh, I was thinking Robert Downey Jr. He had like two forks and something to hold it onto, and he was doing the legs. So he probably copied it from that movie. It was like an homage or some shit. I don't know. I just know like my grandma used to have a fake leg, and every once in a while, like I guess it would fall off. My grandfather would put it on backwards, and she'd just be like, "What?"
Like on purpose?
No, just put it on. Thought he was helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that way she could run in circles. Oh, here's a good one. My grandma with her fake leg, right? So she was one time she's just at home chilling, and some lady, well, they were doing like some type of survey or whatever. I don't know, it might have been a census years ago. And so my grandma was just sitting there talking to her, and the lady apparently was talking to my grandma like she was slow, like she just had a fake leg. She wasn't slow,
Right.
so she's telling her the name of the street like this. You live on blah 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 street. So finally it came down to like you have to fill in the occupation. It's like, here's where you put your occupation. That's a job that you do. My grandmother wrote ballerina.
What was this for?
It might have been like a census or some shit or a survey. I don't know what it was for, but yeah, she wrote down her and her fake leg, ballerina. Exactly.
I like that. That's hilarious.
That's great. Yeah. You're gonna talk to me like I'm stupid. All right, I'm gonna give you stupid answers.
You're right.
I
Right.
was like, deal with it, lady. Deal with it.
I had something really awesome yesterday, man. And this goes back probably about a month or so. Remember when we were in the studio doing a show before we went to the remote show?
Uh-huh.
I was often bringing up, man, I could really, really go for a deep dish pizza.
Yes.
And remember, I even asked you, I said, who the hell around here even has a deep
Yes.
dish? So I got one yesterday from Little Caesars. Little Caesars has a deep dish pizza. And I got one, and my God, dude, the whole entire time I'm eating this pizza, I'm sitting there making these sounds like, It was so good. I was craving that deep dish. Dude.
It was everything you thought it would be.
Yes. It was fantastic.
Do you have to order that? Oh, how am I going to say this? Because I know they have like the hot and readies. Do they have them as hot and readies, or do you have to specifically call in and order like, hey, I want a deep dish?
I don't know. I just door dashed.
Oh, okay. See, once again, DoorDash. You and DoorDash, man.
Sure that pizza place, the one that's in Beaver over there, I'm not even sure if they delivered clear out here, so I didn't even piss around. I just got on DoorDash, ordered it, and had them bring it out.
That's the way to do it too, man.
I got the the deep dish pizza, and then I got 2 orders of the crazy bread. I love their crazy bread.
That's just crazy bread is so good from there.
That ever since I was a little kid, that was my favorite, was that crazy bread. And then Little Caesars left this area for a while. We had none.
Yeah,
like we had ones that were inside a Kmart, but it wasn't the same.
It's not.
But we they came back about so many years ago, and it's my favorite. You know what? I like a few of the other pizza places a lot, but now that I had this deep dish from Little Caesars and I had my crazy bread, it's back at the top of my list.
I'm gonna have to try their deep dish. I like deep dish pizza. I like the thicker.
Me too.
It's so good.
And like I said, the whole
thicker
time
the
I'm
better.
making sounds like a fucking animal while I'm eating it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
love. Oh, now I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm poor. I'm broke. Hey, when you're poor and broke, Little Caesars the place to go. It's hot and ready for like what, $10. Good to go.
Yeah. You get one of them pizzas for $5. I mean, if that's
that's right, $5. I forgot. Yeah.
Get a hot and ready $5 and you're good.
Oh, I'm good to go. Is it good? But it's hot and ready. That's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can walk in, grab it off the shelf, and walk out. I mean,
that's the perfect place. Here's my $5. Give me my pizza. I'm out.
Right.
Limited interaction with people.
Absolutely.
And at Little Caesars though too, they like if you order ahead, they have they'll put them in like a heat box or whatever. And you just go and you punch in a combination, get your shit and go. You don't have to talk to anyone. You can do it online. Go in, punch in your code, get your stuff and go.
Right.
That is
and I never realized
future.
Remember when we were young, they would trick us into reading a book by giving us free personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Did you have that over there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read all the books.
I never read a book, but we you go over there and their pan pizza is very similar to the deep dish.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that as a younger person. As a matter of fact, I didn't realize it until about 3 months ago. And in my whole life, I would think to myself, man, that was so good, that pan pizza. And that, now that I'm back on the kick for the deep dish, I'm making the connection. Those are basically, a deep dish pizza.
Yeah, it's like I'll order from Domino's just because it's cheap and ready real fast every time I go there. And I'll get the like their hand tossed pan or whatever. It's the same, or it's like whatever I think it's their pan pizza. It's their deep dish version. I like it. It's thicker. I like a soft crust, and it's like that nice softer crust. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So the one at Domino's is pretty good then?
Yeah.
Because the last time you and I had this conversation, that's what you suggested.
Yeah.
And I just don't really make my way over that way too often to do that.
I like it too because it's like on their app, there's a coupon for $7.99 carry out. So I just place my order online, walk in, get my pizza and go.
Like this morning I got up and I always try to get something in my stomach for the show because I like to drink coffee. And if I don't eat anything before I drink coffee because, I'm a fucking old fucking geezer, it does something to me. So the first thing I did was I went and I threw this last piece of deep dish pizza in the microwave. Dude, it was still
good.
Awesome.
See, last time I had Little Caesars pizza and I had leftovers, they weren't the greatest, but I think it's because it was my kid's first birthday and we had so much leftover pizza. I ate pizza for like 2 days.
Turned 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
4. So you mean the last time you had Little Caesars was 3 years ago?
Yeah. Come to think of it, yeah.
Slap nut.
Yeah, I don't have my concept of time, dude, is terrible. Like I'll see a text, like I'll get that later. And I finally reply back thinking, it's been a day. Yeah, it's been a week and a half later. My concept of time anymore is just gone. I
haven't had Little Caesars in forever either. I'm kind of just giving you shit.
I see how it is. See,
yeah.
Like
but
I feel abused. Dude, I feel verbally terrorized.
Do order. I seen your merchandise on the
yes.
Website. It's pretty good, man. Looks
Thank you.
Sharp.
Thank you.
But yes, do get a hold of Little Caesars and get one of these because I don't think that you're going to be disappointed. I didn't really know what to expect. I just been kind of researching the area and seeing who had deep dish and things like that, and I took the shot for Little Caesars, and man, it was really good.
Now I think this weekend I might partake in some Little Caesars.
Do it, man. You won't be disappointed.
Dude, doing my kid's birthday this weekend, so I might as well get the pizza and have it go full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you get that crazy bread too. Everyone loves the
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, and the crazy bread that's just for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy bread for the princess.
Yes. Mike, the Powerball yesterday went unwon. So I want to give you and everybody else a heads up because we've been talking a lot about the lottery.
Yeah.
Powerball was 101 million and nobody won. So on Saturday, it's going to be 117 million. And if you win it and you want the cash, you get $68 million.
I will see. I normally I would take the annuity payments just because you get more money in the long run. But I'm old now, so I'll take the 68 million.
Absolutely.
Like I don't know.
I
Like
think twice.
yeah. Now does that I can't remember if that's just like does that after all the taxes and everything that's 68 million right there. You're stuck. I am taking that. I'm taking that. I'm done. I'm done forever.
So I'm not going to do the math, but the amount between the 117 and 68 million would be the difference that they take out.
And then you figure you're doing that. That's over 26 years. They pay you that whole amount.
I'm not going to be alive in 26 years.
No, I'm going to be 70. I'll be 70. I'm like the F that.
Yeah.
No. I'll be
now all of a sudden when you're 70, you have all this money. You don't need 68. It when you're 70.
Yeah, I'll be 68.
You want to spend, you want to have your 68 million to make your life a better life. Why would you wait till you're 70 years old to have all your money? That's crazy.
I'd have it now, then I'll be able to have take care of my kids, have all of his accounts set up, ready to go, and then all my money will just be sitting there making money for me. So yeah. I don't need a lot of money. I'm used to living on the cheap.
Yeah. A couple of things here. I want to talk about the couple of interviews that we've been working on. Now, it's tough getting important people because they're always doing things. So I talked to Donovan Jeter last night, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to be in last week and he got pumped back to this week because of mini camp. And I talked to him yesterday and his next available day is going to be Sunday.
Awesome.
So we're gonna get together with him on Sunday here and do talk to him and things like that. But I want to put it out there that he will now be next week. I apologize to everybody. It's not anything that is in our control and probably not even in his control.
It's just a lot going on. Things happen.
Also, the guys from Bigfoot, I spoke to them last night as well. And, we were supposed to be getting them pretty soon because of the release of the movie. The one that I spoke to was out in California. He had to go out for his job. And he says when he gets back, there's going to be a lot of things going on in June, event-wise, that they're going to be doing and promoting and getting out to events and talking about the movie and meeting people and, all that stuff. So with those guys, we're going to talk to them in June.
That's awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait.
So that's the update on guests, just in case you're wondering. I want to start, Mike, by saying that how about them Bucks? The Pittsburgh Pirates, you can see Dummy Ryan has his Pittsburgh Pirate helmet on. The Pirates win 3-2 over the Cubs last night, and they finally break their losing streak and they break the Cubs winning streak. So let's go. Here goes the World Series.
We talk about it every day. My tickets are looking better and better. They're only like 4 or 5 games under 500, Get a couple rallies and then
not where they're at. Not sure where they're at now, but they're right around there.
Yeah, because we were kind of like talking about that at work today. We were making fun of the Pirates, and someone's like, actually, their record's not that bad. But that's never a good sign when your team is like, hey, we're bad, but we're not as bad as everyone thinks we are.
Right.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
No, you're right. You're right.
I'm pulling up the standings here because why would I ever have anything ready? I am the least prepared person in the world. I don't know how you deal with me. Let's see.
You're a fucking wreck.
Your battling Buccos are 16-21. They're only 7.5 games out of first, boys. We got this.
500, And how many games out of first? 7?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah,
So I mean,
we got
with a
this.
decent team, that is arm's length. But this isn't a decent team. I think they're
No.
even lucky to be where they're at.
No, Milwaukee's in first. They're at 24-14, and then St. Louis is 20-17. So
the second place team is only 3 games over 500.
yeah,
And then we still in third.
yeah, we're in third. Then it's the Cubbies 15-21, and then your Cincinnati Reds, ladies and gentlemen, at 10-26. Who would have thought the
They need
Buccos
more
and the
series
Cubbies,
against the Pirates? They'll be right back in it.
right? It looks like the Reds are the worst team in baseball.
Are they really?
Yeah. Ooh, your Buccos are about midway. So,
Okay.
battling Buccos, baby. Mediocrity, here we come.
We love midway for our Pirates. 500 is the goal.
Yeah. Forget championships, forget deep playoff runs. 500 one day. That's the goal.
Yes. Antonio Brown cancels his Pittsburgh show for his rap album. He was the Pittsburgh was supposed to be the first show on tour for his rap album. Let me try to get this right. Paradigm is the name of the album. And he I don't know if he's going to reschedule, but he was supposed to perform here in Pittsburgh for his first show, and he did cancel. What is up with this guy?
I'm heartbroken. He's 2 days ago saying, he'd love to come back and retire as a Steeler. Now he pulls this nonsense. He no-shows us.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It really doesn't surprise me. This is like typical AB. I remember when he would have like radio shows, like the AB show. Dude, he'd show up with like 15, 20 minutes left in his own radio show, act like nothing happened.
Really?
Yeah. And the co-host would have to run the whole show by himself up until the very end, until AB finally showed up.
He's a clusterfuck, this guy.
Dude's not right. Dude, like everyone wants to say the Vontez Perfect hit did him in. Dude's been weird for a long time. That just exasperated the situation. But I am kind of disappointed that he canceled the show on us in Pittsburgh. But you know what? It probably was for the best, because I think people would have went just to boo him, make fun of him.
Yeah, right.
So like for his mental health, it was probably like the best thing to do.
And like I said, I don't know the follow up. He may reschedule it. He may not. It just didn't say. So I guess we'll wait and see on that.
He can. Here's what's going to happen. It's be perfect. He'll reschedule. He comes out and he performs, and then he comes out, signs his 1-day contract with the Steelers, and retires right at the end of the show.
That'd be something.
Yeah, and then the curtains come down. All of his old teammates are out there. Ben, Bell, Juju, Heath. Just everyone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Rashard Mendenhall could be there.
Yeah. Lima Swede. I don't know if did they overlap? I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
We did, but I know that Martavius Bryant did.
Martavius Bryant there. Talk about here's an aside. Talk about someone who was done dirty by the league. My man, all he did, he never got in trouble like with the law or anything. He's just, you popped a hot drug test. We're gonna just like derail you from the league. Right. Dude did nothing. He was just living his best life, playing pro football, smoking weed, relaxing.
He's playing something. I just seen his name the past week, and it's one of these off leagues. It's either one of the 3 other leagues that got things going. I'm not sure where, but I did see that he is going to be playing or playing somewhere. So
he was one of my favorite Steelers. This kid had all the talent in the world. Everyone would make him out to be like a bad seed. Like, no, he likes weed. He likes. If he was going home crushing
in this country,
if he was going home crushing 85 beers a day, people are like, oh man, he's just a legend. He's drinking all this beer. Or if he'd be like Brett Favre, do a bunch of pills, get caught by the league, and everyone go, oh, it's Brett Favre. It's this poor soul, and then it gets swept under the rug. It's because my man likes to smoke a little weed to relax and doesn't want to use pain pills like the league pushes on you. He's a pariah. Let's just derail his career and make him out to be this bad guy when he was just, that's my
Blunt kind of
soapbox.
fell into that. Look, Blunt fell into that too when he came here.
Yeah,
Remember him
Blunt and him and Bell. Yeah, cool.
Bell got. Remember they got pulled over.
Yeah, like, oh, the cop on the motorcycle. I smelled weed coming from your car. No, you didn't. You
Yeah.
saw a tinted car, and you're like, I'm getting someone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's bullshit. I can't wait till they finally just legalize it entirely in this country so they can start playing with these athletes like this.
like,
You can't play. You can't have a career in what you've been doing your whole entire life because you want to go home and smoke a joint to fucking take the edge off at the end of the day. Get out of here. What a bunch of bullshit.
But you can go home, drink a bunch, beat your wife, and the league doesn't care as long as you don't get caught beating your wife. But God forbid you smoke some weed. That the
It's all
NBA,
about that public opinion, man.
Yep, the NBA, which is the second most popular sports league in America. There's no drug testing because they know everyone's gonna go home, smoke some weed, and relax. Right. They don't care. They don't care as long as you come.
Maybe that's why they don't play defense in the NBA. Maybe they're so high.
Right?
Maybe we don't need our guys smoking weed.
See, weed makes you hit impossible threes and incredible dunks, but ruins the defense. So I'm okay with that because when I watch basketball, I don't want slow, boring, physical game from like the Bad Boys era and all that. No, I want threes drained. I want monster jams. That's what I want.
Right.
So maybe if these guys are smoking weed, though, we'd be airing it out for touchdowns, and maybe the corners and safeties will be allowed to hit again. Just don't hit in the head. Hit, like maybe.
I seen something the other day was an old Pirate dugout, and it wasn't Jimmy Leland. It was a player. He was walking through the dugout smoking a cigarette. And it was back in the day. I couldn't tell exactly when it was, but it was far enough back. And this dude is just walking along smoking a cigarette like it's nothing, man. Other guys are sitting in the dugout, not even paying attention, just watching the game. It's not even phasing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's baseball. Like John Kruk said, he had a quote or was telling a story how this lady was like, John Kruk, he's a bigger guy. She's like, you're an athlete. He's like, ma'am, I'm a ball player. I'm not an athlete.
Right.
That's like every time people want to say like baseball players are athletes, like, nah, John Kruk had it right. You're a ball player. Like Kenny Powers.
Somebody who's semi-entertaining that was a baseball player. Remember Lenny Dykstra?
Oh, that's this jabroni.
Longtime New York Met, Philadelphia Philly, center fielder, number 4. He's on a radio show sometime. He is, I don't want to say out there, but he's a fucking nut, man. Oh, Lenny Dykstra is a nut.
The dude is like, hey, guess who hasn't been arrested in 3 years? Like, yeah. Lenny, that's not an accomplishment, bro.
Yeah. He's always talking about getting ass, and he's just so out there. He's just a regular guy. You know what I mean? And I like that. I like that about him. He's talking about getting ass, and he's talking about this and that, and it's just regular guy talk. You know what I mean? A lot of times that you won't get from a pro athlete or anybody that has a semi-celebrity status. They try to stay away from certain things. Lenny is really he's raw. You know what I mean?
Just don't ask Lenny about his all the sexual assault charges and stuff against him. He'll tend to block you on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. He was one day he was just being obnoxious, like, "Hey, Lenny, what's going on with this court case? How'd that work out for you?" Next thing you know, I'm blocked.
Yeah.
So I miss
though.
I miss out on all of his stuff now because Lenny didn't like my questions. I thought it was fair.
All right, so let's get the show started. We've been messing around long enough here. Tushy, the bidet company. You remember Tushy? We spoke to Balls earlier in the season.
That's right.
And he introduced us to Tushy, and he had a couple stories. So Tushy, it's a bidet company, and also they have the seats that you could just snap on and create a bidet with with what you already have there in your bathroom. So it's a little bit of an older story, but I just found this. Now, Tushy, through Twitter, around the time of the Super Bowl, okay, they offered $10,000 to the best post Super Bowl poop photo on what was called Super Bowl Monday. Super Bowl Monday, the day after Super Bowl, you had to send pictures of your duty in to Tushy, and they awarded $10,000 to the best picture of duty.
I'm thinking the person who runs Tushy's social media account just has a poop fetish.
I'm thinking that lucky for everybody else, Amanda Heard wasn't
Right? She would have won.
Amanda Turd wasn't out like she is now, and I'm sure she could have dropped the grumpy that would
But
made a warlock cry.
well, she may have been disqualified though, because hers wouldn't be in the bowl. It would have been on the bed. And to me, that's like in basketball, your foot's on the line. It's a 2,
Right.
not a 3. No, I think
you think she would have been deemed disqualified.
I think so too. Yeah. Because the whole point of, in the bowl for the Super Bowl, Super Bowl, you got to keep it in the bowl.
See, I'm thinking,
and that's the field of play. That's like an out of bounds shot in golf. You can't play from there.
What if you would win? I mean, talk about an accomplishment the rest of your life. Anytime you talk about anything, any conversation, anywhere, work, family reunions, high school parties, deaths,
orgies.
You could talk about the time you won $10,000 by taking a shit and sending the picture of it in. To Pushy.
That would be like on my resume under career achievements and accomplishments.
Yeah.
Won $10,000 from Tushy for my poop.
I love this Tushy. I'm gonna have to look into maybe getting one of these snap-on bidets.
I'm about to as well, because it sounds like it'd be refreshing, and Tushy sounds like my kind of company.
Yeah. If I you're right. If I want to support anybody, it would be somebody named Tushy.
Like, send us ads, Tushy. We'll read them for free. No, we won't. But but I would. Yeah. That's a perfect ad. I'm surprised we didn't hear about it then. Because that's something that we would have talked about immediately once we saw that. I love it.
I could have thrown something together really nice for them, man. I really could have. I've wasted a lot of turds.
Me too.
Over time, just flushing them down the toilet.
Like if you would win that too, you know how some people talk, like they're very open about their bowel movements and sizes and everything.
Yeah.
And you can just someone can sit there and do a 5-minute soliloquy on their poop, and then you just come out and throw that trump card and be like, yeah, that's nice, but I won 10K for mine, and just walk away, and they would be totally defeated.
Be King Grumpy.
King Grumpy. New t-shirt at 2 Dum Yinzers. King Grumpy.
Right beside the verbal
terrorist. Verbal terrorist.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down now. Hold on.
Yeah, write that down.
King Grumpy.
King Grumpy. I love it.
King Grumpy. Now I just gotta find it.
If they don't do it, we're doing it. If Tushy fails to do this more, or expand, or just branch off and do this ever again, I think we have to take the liberty of being the poop
inspectors
contest people. The what?
The poop inspectors.
The grumpy inspectors, the poop inspectors. Yeah. So we'll wait it out a little bit to see if Tushy does anything. But if they don't,
if the show's email inbox starts getting flooded with poop pictures, I'm forwarding every single one to you.
Oh, I would love it. Everybody that's listening, send us a picture of your poop. If you take a poop today, especially if it's a good one. If you have to wait a day till you conjure up something to make it really nice, you could do that. But through the rest of the week, send us your poop pics.
I'm blocking every single one of you.
Another one. All right, Michael. In Tennessee, a couple finds a stray dog cuddled up to them, next to them in their bed. This couple wakes up and there's a dog in their bed. No, they didn't have a dog. This is a stray dog that made its way into their home somehow, jumped into bed and cuddled with this couple.
That dog is just like, you know what? He's like, forget your rules, forget your house. I'm coming in. I don't
Yeah.
care. It, like that would like kind of freak me out, to be honest with you. Wake up and like this strange creature just chilling that's not mine. Like,
I was going to say, you're not talking about the wife, right? You're talking about the dog.
correct, yeah, the dog, and just like like so many questions would go through my mind. Like
Yeah.
I would like when I wake
How
up, I'm
drunk
not.
was I?
Yeah, like when I wake up, I'm not like the most pleasant person when I wake up. So I'd be really groggy, and I would probably like see the dog, not recognize to see something different in bed, and kind of like throw it out of bed. But then I would hear the yelp, and then I would like go run over and try and see what's wrong with it. But that would freak me out. There's something in
Right.
my bed that's not supposed to be there. I've fallen asleep in bed with my kid, and I wake it up, and I've felt him on me, and I like what's on my shoulder, and kind of do the
Yeah.
little shoulder check, and you're like, oh shit, it's my kid, and you got to catch him. But yeah, something that not like doesn't belong to me. I'm just like, get out of here. And then once you kind of come to, like
My
assess
question is,
this.
how did the dog get into the house? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like a lot of things had to happen for that to happen.
yeah, like
The stray dog had to find a house that
mhm.
it was able to get into. And then it did. It got into it, and it made its way through the house and found the
Yeah,
bed where the people, and it wasn't freaked out, and it jumped in the bed and cuddled. So I'm just, there was a lot of things that needed to happen for that to actually play out the way that it did.
yeah. Like
Um,
if I'm you know a thief in that area, I'm tracking down that house because it very
right.
they got substandard security. They don't even
Or they
lock their
got a bunch of
doors.
extra dogs in there you got to watch out for.
Yeah, take a couple treats, here you go. But yeah, like I don't see a dog like opening a door and just turning the doorknob.
Yeah, they don't have any thumbs.
Yeah, like unless they went and got a raccoon, because raccoons have thumbs. So the raccoons were
So the
just like,
dog
there you
found
go,
this
bro.
home that they thought might have been unlocked. They
Mm-hmm.
went and grabbed a raccoon. It was in the
Yes.
garbage. Said, "Hey,"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and they had the raccoon use his thumbs to open the
Mm-hmm.
door. The dog then goes inside,
Yeah.
finds the people's bed, jumps in, and cuddles.
Yeah. That's 100% plausible.
I
I
like it.
I think that's the only way that happened.
Yeah,
There's a raccoon out there that was just like, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Alabama love story. The couple pops back in the news once again. Cody, the whites, Vicky, and the convict. I forget what his name is, Corey, Cody, something like that. This the couple now. When they run the run,
Uh-huh.
they paid a guy because obviously they couldn't use any of their own stuff because it would pop up in the
Yeah.
system and the names might become familiar, whatever. So when
Yeah.
they're on the run, they paid a guy $100 to use his ID to book a room at a Motel 41 in Indiana.
This story gets better and better.
I know.
Because now is this guy going to be charged as an accomplice?
Here's the thing: was this guy in the know?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did he know?
I think that's the part we have to find out because that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, letting somebody use your ID is against the law, of course. But did he know that these people were on the run? Did he know that they were who they were?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, whatever happened to the days of just calling in and be like booking your room under Ron Mexico?
Right.
Pull the Michael Vick, be like, my name's Ron Mexico, and that's what we're going with. No ID, no nothing. Here's money. Just keep it hush hush.
Yeah.
Pay the extra money for like, because most places, if you use cash, you have to have a deposit down just in case for security you break anything. So just pay the extra money and just be done with it. Because if you're pulling more people into it, that's more people that are gonna. You have a higher chance of getting caught. So just or find a seedier motel, people.
I wish that she would have lived. I mean, obviously she would be in prison, but I would like to see one of these two write a book. I would read this book. I just find it so interesting. And,
Mhm.
they made so much ground up in such a short period of time. And then you
Yeah.
found the SUV. I want to find out how they got from, down in
Yeah.
Alabama to Indiana when they found, there's just so many questions to this
Yeah.
that we're probably never going to know. Um,
Like,
I wish that she would, or he would write a book. Maybe, I don't know. Can you publish a book from in prison? Is that a thing?
yeah, you can, but I don't think you can like profit off of it or something like that.
Yeah,
Or unless
they
like if
use it.
there's victims involved, I know you can't profit off of it. So who knows? But like
Right.
my thing is like if you're planning this shit out, wouldn't you have fake IDs ready to go?
Yeah, I
You've
mean
been
that would have
planning
been
this out for because they were together for how long? You figure they were
right.
planning it for that long. You'd have I'd have stacks of cash ready, fake IDs ready to roll, and
And
just
that's the thing. You
go.
can get on the dark web and get yourself a handful of fake IDs for 50, for less than
Yeah.
$50.
Shit,
I think.
dude, you can go down to the local college. There's kids making fake IDs, right?
Right.
That's still a thing, Shit.
Yeah. They gotta.
Buy
Yeah.
them.
They gotta make their way. They gotta pay their way through school, man.
Yeah, go find them. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's put two into the game. Let's use those brain cells,
Another
people.
one. In Milwaukee, Dawn Gordsky. Dawn Gordsky. Now this kind of relates to something we were talking to yesterday, Mike.
Okay.
This fella Dawn, he had eaten a Big Mac every day for 50 years. This guy Dawn Gorksky from Milwaukee, he's eating a Big Mac every day. Now, he kept track of every Big Mac he ever ate since May 17th, 1972, which is this week, is 50 years. He kept the receipts. There was only 8 days in 50 years that he didn't eat a Big Mac. And he also kept that on record as well with every, like I said, he has receipts. Do you want to know how many Big Macs that is, or do you want to take a guess?
Oh, well, almost 60,000 or almost 6,000.
32,944 Big Macs.
Woo!
Woo! And he's not a big guy. He doesn't appear to be an unhealthy guy. He looks, like a normal older gentleman. And just a few short Big Macs away from 33,000 Big Macs.
See, once again, here we saw my mask was on display because I said 60,000. It damn well knowing that 365 and 12 was nowhere near
Well, it's better than what I
6,000.
thought you said. I thought you said 6,000, so I thought it was even worse.
Oh,
So
that's what I meant to say. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought I was like
I just
6,000.
brushed
Like,
right over it.
yeah, because what
save
I did was, I multiplied the 3 and the
your
2.
feeling.
I multiplied the 3 times 2 is 6. It's like, oh yeah, $6,000, without thinking. There's a 1 there, and it's only 3. Yeah. Yep. There's my math skills. This is why I cannot do math in my head. I lop numbers off. I move numbers around. But hey, almost 3,600 Big Macs, and the dude's not fat. You know what?
No.
I don't like him. Well, so we had the movie Super Size Me with that idiot. I'm gonna eat all this fast food and stuff. So a guy did a follow-up to it. He's like, I'm gonna go to McDonald's every day, eat my meals there. Just picking what I want to eat. This guy would eat meals and stuff. He's like, he went on walks every day. And he was gonna do it for 30 days or however long that guy did. He did it 30 days too, but he had to cut his short because his doctor was leaving town. On his follow-up appointment, the guy's blood pressure actually was lowered.
Really?
From eating, yeah, because he walked every day. He's like, I'm still going to do what I do. I'm just going to pick my meals carefully here. And the doctor was mad that he's like, no, this should not be happening right now. This is not. He's like, no. He's like, I hate you. Your blood pressure actually improved.
That's amazing. How much money did this cost? I mean, 33,000 sandwiches. Back in the day, I'm sure they were only $1, $2, but now it's like $6 a sandwich. So let's call it an average of $3 or $4. 4 times 30,000. This dude spent well over $100,000 on burgers. You know what I mean? That's
hey.
You can do it. More power to you, because I am, like I said in an earlier show, I am a burger guy, and I would love to take this challenge on. But geez, oh man! Plus, I won't be anywhere. I won't be alive anywhere close to 50 more years to do it. But these are the kind of things I like. I like the pooping contest. I like the eating Big Mac contests.
So
These are the contests that's for me.
we should have a Big Mac eating contest. You can eat the most Big Macs in one sitting.
I'm down. I am down. I am down. I'm down. We should do me, you, and then we'll have a guest. There'll be 3 of us or something, and we'll all be, we'll do a Zoom show,
Uh-huh.
and we'll all eat Big Macs until we throw up.
Oh, I want to go that far.
Well, I mean, until you can't make it anymore.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah.
One of the contestants may do it until they throw up. That may happen.
One stipulations: you cannot drink alcohol nor smoke weed beforehand. You cannot have those are competitive advantages. Because what I know when I drink or smoke, oh yeah, you get the munchies. Let's go to town. You got to do. We have to do this completely sober.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, Mike, and this will be something that we're gonna do. We're sliding. I mean, we're really getting into summer faster. I don't know if you realize, but the year is going by really fast so far. May in another week is going to damn near be over. We got our show down in Beaver Falls that we're hosting next weekend. I mean, it's flying. So we're going to put that in the show here at some point, maybe, like I said, going into summer.
I'm going to die
while writing stuff moving forward.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, probably. And I'm going to use that to my advantage to win.
Like, okay, I don't care if you're going to use it your advantage to win, but you have to use it for your advantage to progress the show. If I die, you gotta market the shit out of that.
Oh, absolutely. You see that rapper that they put the corpse at the rap show?
No.
He died. This guy, he was a rapper, and the friends or whoever kept the corpse, put a crown on top of it, on his head, and stood him against this thing. Like, I don't know what they held him up with.
Yeah.
But there was a dead rapper at this party or show or whatever this was, with all these guys and people doing it. Yeah. So that's what we'll do with you. I'm gonna take your body and put it right where it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have you looking like you're half asleep, like you always do. So I mean, people aren't even, there's gonna be people that don't even know that it's really not you.
This pose right here.
Yeah, I'll have your head laying on the table and I have like a Big Mac sticking out of your mouth or something.
That's tasteful.
Yes, that is tasteful.
That is, it's better than what I thought you were going to do with my corpse.
Yeah. Oh, that's for the paid channel. Anybody that wants to see what I do beyond that has to subscribe.
Yeah, at that point, I'm dead. I don't care.
Yes.
Another one.
All right. In 2001, Lisa Sparks broke the record for most men slept with in a single 24-hour period. In 2001, Lisa Sparks set a world record for the most men slept with in a single 24-hour period. She, Michael, slept with 919 men in 24 hours. Imagine being Mr. 919.
Wow. So hold on here. Hold on. Let me do some math. I'm getting a calculator for this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're doing math?
That is 38 per hour.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's disturbing. I mean,
that's like really, you'd only have like a couple seconds inside, like you'd have less than a minute with her.
Yeah.
So,
but if that's what they're doing, maybe
that's what they're doing
up that way.
Yeah, you get a couple minutes, boom, in and out.
Yeah.
So that really doesn't see. That's like a cheap record. That's like Michael Strahan getting the sack record, like far fallen down. That doesn't. To me, this record is tainted. She put in the work though. I'll give her that.
Absolutely. I mean, and the fact that she had 919 different dudes sticking their ding dong in her.
That's
something.
A high percentage of them look like us. So she was doing the Lord's work. She is a saint.
There was a picture, and I see some of the guys, and they were.
Yeah.
They weren't.
They weren't like Brad Pitt, George Clooney in their prime, McConaughey. No, they're us.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's impressive though. There's a lot of lube.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's impressive.
900.
Yeah. She's a saint. She's a hero.
Yeah.
I wonder how much money she made doing that.
I'm sure she made something. You know what I mean?
A lot. Jeez. But yeah, you only get like 30 seconds with her. And hey,
Right.
that's all we need.
And that's the thing. It's not about the guys in this situation. It's about this record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it is too. That's like, you know, you're going in to do it. That's, you know, everyone has to know their job, has to
Right.
know, like, boom, this is not pleasure. This is work, boys. You know, we're going in, we're gonna do the dirty work, get down in the trenches, bang it out, and go.
You ain't
When that
shit.
buzzer goes, you're out and in, out and in, out and in,
Right.
out and in.
Yes.
And then you get like those guys, like in those gangbang videos, who always want to move the chick around. So you have to like weed them out before you even start.
Right.
Because no, dude, that's gonna
you
slow
gotta,
us
you
down.
gotta run a tight ship. If you're gonna pull this off, you gotta run a tight ship.
Yes.
You can't be a passive leader. You have to have somebody there with guys in line, their peckers in hand, a process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds. Let's go. You're out. You're in. And you know, somebody coordinating the whole situation. Otherwise, you don't get anywhere near this number.
No, you need like that middle linebacker type.
Yeah.
Who's not afraid to take charge, call the signals out, call the defense. Yeah, you gotta have. Yeah, whoever was wearing the green dot helmet that day, they also deserve tip of the cap.
I'm thinking of Mike Singletary. Middle linebacker, and he was always pointing different
big
ways.
eyes out. Yep.
Big, and that's who they may have had coordinating the record-breaking gangbang.
Mike Singletary.
Mike's big number 50, right in the middle. You know.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see. I'm okay. Yeah. Let me do this. Let's do this.
Uh-oh.
Another one.
Okay, so at least 135 teachers this year, Mike, because this kind of related back to a story yesterday too. I want to touch on. At least 135 teachers and or aides charged with child sex crimes in 2022 alone.
That's insane.
That is insane. Like I said, I couldn't find one teacher in my whole school district that was doable.
Yeah.
Now there's at least 135 that's been charged with these crimes in 2022 alone. This is only May.
That's insane. Jesus.
I'm living in the wrong time, man.
That's I don't get it. I don't get it. You can date someone your own age or close to it. You know, half your age plus 7.
These people aren't total dummies. They went, they got a college education, of course. They have
bachelor's, masters, and stuff. They're not dumb.
They're professionals, their career, you know, and they choose to make this decision.
Yeah.
That's you know, it's obviously going to jeopardize everything they've done to this point.
Yeah. Well, there's like any line of work, you're going to have those, more or less, let's just say what they are, sexual predators in that line of work. And it just, you know, it's just more shocking because of the profession. Because, you know, you're supposed to have that trust, and then you're violating that trust.
Absolutely. You got thousands of, you know, people's children, you know, running around you all day long. You got to be known that you're not going to, you know, try to jump on them.
Yeah. And then
let me ask you something. So you have an 18-year-old son, which you will one day, and he comes home and says, you know what, the teacher tried to have sex with me. He's 18. Where do you go as a dad? Do you give the high five or no?
I go with the no, I'll be like, what? No, picking up the phone, calling the police.
I gotta talk to her. You know, let me get down to that school right this instant and talk to her.
No,
Spray a little cologne, you know.
I'd be that killjoy, be like, no, that ain't cool. Like, because you're still, even though you're an adult, you're still, you know, in school. You still have that boss. You still have that student teacher power dynamic that you're violating, that trust. So, but you know, if he graduated and then comes back and the teacher waits till after, we're like, all right, good job. At least you waited till after.
Michael,
but it's still in school. Nah.
go ahead and talk about the website. I'm sorry. Go ahead and talk about the website and all that stuff. And we should have enough time to do a quick round of Jeopardy.
All right. 2dumyinzers.com. Bunch of you guys came over, checked it out yesterday. I saw that. Awesome. Thank you for coming over. All the shows are on there. For every YouTube video is on there. Links to the Spotify, links to YouTube, links to Anchor, links to Stitcher. For all the shows are on there. Our contact info's on there. Link to the merchandise stores on there where you can get the 2 Dum Yinzer logo on everything. You can get the verbal terrorists with the 2 Dum Yinzers logo on all the merchandise. So yeah, keep coming over, guys.
Yes, and keep continuing to check out the podcast over on Spotify. We have every single episode 1 through 67 available over there. You can go check it out. All different kind of cool stuff. I'm telling you, a lot of neat different interviews, different, things like that. So go over, check out the podcast, or if you want to look at our beauty as we speak, which we don't blame you.
Yes.
Then you could always go over to YouTube, where we are live every day at 11 o'clock, but we do have the show on there after that. So if you miss it, you can always come back and watch the show later. Okay, Mike, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. So here we go. You got your pencil and paper. All right.
Let's do this.
Here's the question. We all know that Coach Mike Tomlin has 18 straight years of non-losing seasons. What was the last Pittsburgh Steelers losing season? I'm looking for a year. In the extra credits, if you could tell me what the record was. Which you don't need to be correct. Only the year is what I'm looking for. But if you want the slap on the ass, then you could also tell me the record.
I'm using this as a calculator.
Huh?
I'm using my phone as a calculator.
You could use your phone as a calculator, but you can't use it to look anything up. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
I got this. Of course, I'm probably wrong.
I totally don't hear you while the music's on. I totally block you out like you're not even there.
I love it.
All right. So the what we're looking for, Mike Tomlin, Coach Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we know that has 18 straight non-losing seasons. Non-losing seasons. We're looking for the year that the Steelers last had a season where they had a losing record.
I went with 2004.
In 2004, that's your final answer?
2003.
2003, is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
It was 2003.
Yes.
And because they got the losing record, they were able to get the 11th pick in that draft and pick Mr. Ben Roethlisberger the following year.
6 and 10.
You did, what's that?
6 and 10.
6 and 10 was the record. So the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers were under 500 was, of course, under Bill Cowher. It was 2003 with a 6 and 10 record. Good job, Mike.
Thank you. Bill Cowher, 3 losing seasons. But I did the math. It was like, 18 years is 2004. And I was like, wait a sec, you have to, the season before was the 2003 season. Yeah. So my math skills once again failing me.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for that season being so bad, we might not have had 18 winning seasons in a row because of that bad season. We were able to get the quarterback we wanted, and he ended up ultimately becoming a Hall of Famer and winning a lot of football games here for the Steelers.
Yeah. Well, of course, I prefer to have 0 losing seasons, but it sucks that you have to have that losing season to get that good player.
Absolutely.
But hey, maybe this year finishing 9 and 7, picking 20, maybe we got our guy.
It
pains me to say it, but I'm trying to be optimistic here.
I think you're going to be surprised, Mike. I really do. I think that he's going to.
Let's not go down this road again. I'll flip
I
out.
know we are running out of time, so I'm not. opening
I'm
that
sorry.
can of worms,
I'm sorry.
but I do think that a lot of people are going to be
Yes.
they're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So everybody, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for tuning in as always for our
Yes.
Thursday show. This is episode 67. Chemo von Oelhoffen.
Ooh, look out. Protect the knees, boys. Protect the knees.
Protect your knees, Joe Burrow. But no, we thank everybody.
Yes.
We appreciate you greatly. Like I said, you
Yes,
are
we
the
do.
reason that we continue to do this. So thank you so much. We'll be here again tomorrow, same
Yes.
time. It'll be 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning, and it will be on YouTube.
Yes.
So for Ryan and Mike, we are the two Dum Yinzers. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Have a good one.